Howdy everybody, I'm Sam Pfeifle. I'm the editor of SPAR Point Group, and yes, I did get a haircut. I know you're all really concerned about that. Anyway, our topic today for the video blog is the use of 3D data capture in crash scene investigation. Now, there are stories coming out all over the place, especially in the UK. For instance, there's a story in the Telegraph today, went on for about 1,000 words, talking about the greatness that is laser scanning for clearing those crash scenes faster. In the story, we're told that they can clear those crash scenes an average of 39 minutes faster, which means maybe you'll catch your flight next time instead of being stuck in traffic and being completely hosed. Right? But what it also notes is that it costs about 100,000 quid for one of these laser scanning systems. And yes, I do like British slang. So you can only have so many of those systems. So just how fast can they clear that site if, say, the laser scanner is way over in London and we've got a crash in Manchester? Right? You can only have so many of those scanners. That's why I think photogrammetry is also a really interesting option. Not that long ago, I was over in the state of New Hampshire talking to Sgt Russo, and what they've done in New Hampshire is they've put digital cameras and the targets that you need for photogrammetry in the trunk of every state trooper. You might have read about this on our site earlier. Now, this means that there is always somebody right there ready to take photos. And you can see that it really just involves an officer in a tripod and an officer with some targets. And here is Sgt Russo talking about just how easy it is to capture a scene using photogrammetry.
Realistically, I could probably do this scene with 3 photos in an arc, giving me the angles, because you need the angles. You need a minimum of the 3 degrees for the program to work. But I could probably get away with 3 photos in an arc here and 3 photos by the cruiser shooting back this way in an arc, and probably do the scene. But like we were discussing, the price of digital film is real cheap, so we take lots of photos to make sure we get it.
Sounds pretty easy, right? So you've got this push and pull between the extreme accuracy of laser scanning, but then the remarkable ease that is photogrammetry. And then you've also got some stuff in the back room, obviously, because there's different softwares required for using that laser scan data versus using that photogrammetry data, and which one is easier on an officer who maybe is not necessarily a hardcore computer nerd. There's all kinds of things you need to consider, which is why I'm really excited about one of the hands-on demonstrations that we have coming up at SPAR Europe, which is in The Hague, November 8-9. So what we've got is Richard Audie of the Metropolitan Police. First of all, he is the guy in the UK who decided to spend £3 million on laser scanning equipment for the Metropolitan Police for the specific purpose of clearing these crash scenes. And then we've also got Constable Mark Phillips from the Warwickshire Police and John Skelton from TopCon, and they've got a whole different system, mobile scanning a crash scene. So you're not even setting up that terrestrial scanner, you're just basically driving it on by. Maybe that's even faster than photogrammetry. And then we also have Eugene Licio from AI2 3D, who's going to show us how to do the photogrammetry. We are going to have a crashed car on site. They're going to do all 3 kinds of 3D data capture, and then you're going to get to see the results before the end of the actual conference. Right? You're going to be able to tell which one of these 3 ways of clearing a crash scene and documenting a crash scene is right for you. I'm pretty excited about that. I think there's a lot for me to learn, there's a lot for the people at the conference to learn, and I have a sneaking suspicion that even the guys who are doing the work are going to learn from each other. Right, so there's no doubt that 3D data capture is a very rapidly increasing technique for clearing these crash scenes, but when you get to 3D data capture, there's more than one way to skin that cat. So see you in The Hague so we can check that out, or you should do some investigation. There's some links on my blog page where you can learn more about this, and I'm going to see you next time.